Hello and welcome to the Left Armed Warrior channel. Thank you for joining me on this second installment of the Insight series. The whole purpose behind this particular kind of video is to kind of give you some insight on what bowlers are thinking when they see things going on the lane, whether it's the league or the tournaments, on some typical. This is going to be a typical house shot, and so I thought it would just be interesting to kind of see how we dissect lanes on a frame by frame basis. Now, to give some context, this is actually the third game, the very last game where the lanes are kind of toast, and kind of the transition has kind of already happened. And I actually was in between balls. I actually start with this. I start with the Attention Star S2 in this particular game. And the first shot, it actually hits a little light, but I think I can negotiate that. And I learned quickly in the second frame that I was kind of between balls, and I felt like the ball, like the Attention Star S2 was kind of burning up. So I felt like the next logical move, typically in the progression of my arsenal, is to switch to the Venom Shock, and kind of just move in a little bit. And so in this third frame, I'm still with the Attention Star, and this is where it dawns on me that I have to change balls. I can no longer throw this because I actually threw the ball fairly well, and I end up with a 7-10 split in the, kind of, it was a little light, granted, but it was pocket, and I probably should have left one and not the other. And honestly, if I probably left one or the other, I probably would have stayed with it longer. So in a weird way, that was the warning sign. And so the ironic thing is I made the switch, and then I felt like I threw another good shot. Maybe it went a little high, obviously you can see in this frame, but I didn't feel like I deserved the the 8-10 split either. And so I was like, I said to myself, okay, well, clearly the ball went high, and I need to move in a little bit, and try to get the ball in some oil to get it down the lane a little cleaner. And so in this next frame, I actually go ahead and I do that. And for whatever reason, the ball never, it never even makes the corner or tries to even make it up the hill. And so what I'm seeing at this point in time, is, as you can see, I'm a little frustrated because I feel that there's over under going on, which kind of tells me that this is not the correct ball either. And so almost after those two frames, I almost instantaneously make another switch, to go to something where I can play that's a little, gets down the lane a little, like a little further, and doesn't have such a strong core or engine. And it kind of allows me to move out a little bit and close down the angles, and at the same token will get down the lane and won't make such an aggressive turn to the point where I go on the face. So I switched to the Motive Pride Liberty, and as you can see, that clearly did the trick. That's that dead flush. And as you can see, I immediately, to avoid further temptation, I just go ahead and take the Venom Shock off the rack completely because I already know my answer. That was pretty much everything that I was looking for. And so the ironic thing is I throw a similar shot on this right hand lane, and as you can see, the ball goes a little too far down the lane and never makes it up the hill. So that told me that, okay, I still think I have the right ball because the ball did not overreact and it still made a move. And so I said to myself, okay, well, on the next go around, I'm just going to move left a little bit, maybe one board left with my feet, and kind of close down, play a little straighter on that particular lane to close, to get the ball to roll a little earlier. And no moves made on this particular frame. I had no issues with the last shot on it, so I basically threw the same shot, got a great result. And then on this particular frame here, you see I move a little left, and I kind of throw it to a similar spot, and it actually sits dead flush accordingly. So in the last video that I did in this series, the shot was pretty much the same, and there was no major moves really needed. And I felt like I wanted to go the other direction and show you a video where there's different things going on and different results and different adjustments had to be made, including ball changes as well as moving my feet left. to get the ball to roll in a little into the pocket a little earlier. And so it was a little combative. I only shot 181 this game, but a lot of that had to do with the fact that I had to sacrifice frames, switching balls multiple times, and trying to get bowling balls in the beginning to work when it clearly wasn't the correct condition. And that's it for this game and this particular installment of the Insight series. If you like what we do on this channel and you like this video series, please hit that like button and subscribe.